Now, looking at the market performance, Olakanmi, it's looking quite resilient. Confidence certainly seems to be back. In fact, traders are saying a clear sign of this is the fact that we're seeing more bids than offers on the exchange. I mean, what are your thoughts on where investor sentiment is right now?
For some time now, you can see that the index has been trending higher. Reason being that nowadays you find out that sellers are not pretty much in the market, unlike what we used to have in the past, where people are willing to sell at whatever price there is a bid. But now sellers are not there like before. So you can see that maybe that is an indication that people are not willing to dispose their shares at this level again. And the meaning I can read to that is that people think that the worst is out, is over in the market. They don't expect the index to go further down like it used to be. So the confidence level in the market is getting high. Every day you see the volume. The people who are willing to buy outnumbers the sellers every day. That is why you are seeing the index trending up. And like what happened yesterday, you see also that most of the major banks, the Tier 1 banks, are also doing pretty well. They are well supported at this current level. First Bank is doing great this morning. I think it's up close to 1 percentage point at this moment. Zenith Bank is also doing well. So by and large, the index is doing very well. If you look at what has happened between July and now, you expect that this might likely continue because sellers are not willing to sell just at any price like before.
Well, certainly, Olakanmi, the debate is whether we've sort of hit recovery levels. But let's look at specific stocks, Olakanmi. And I just want to start with Transcorp. That was a stock that was sort of the popular kid on the stock exchange for a while. We saw it going up. But in the last 2 weeks, that stock has come down significantly. What's your take on where investors are with this stock? They seem to have lost interest.
Which stock now?
Transcorp.
Yeah, Transcorp, you can see that Transcorp has been a volatile stock, for the past 1 year. Sometime last year, it went as high as close to well over 1 naira, close to 2 naira. It came down to as low as 50 kobo again. Now it went up to 1 naira 40 kobo. So it's been a volatile stock, and it's just a trader stock. Investor, it's basically a trader stock. It's now trading around 95 kobo. There is nothing wrong with the stock. It's a well-diversified stock. But it's into hospitality, agriculture, oil and gas. So it's a good stock, but it takes time before, some of these penny stocks are not patronized by foreign investors and are not patronized by some pension funds. So you see them going up and down until they start paying dividends, which I think they have said, that at the end of this financial year, they are likely going to return some money back to the shareholder in form of dividend. So until that one happens, it will continue, the volatility will continue on the stock. Basically, you can see it's a stock that delights the traders. They move up, they move up with it, sell and come down and wait until it comes down to a level where they are comfortable with. So it's a volatile stock and it will continue like that. But by and large, there is nothing wrong with the stock. It's a good stock on long term, if you can hold on long term. When the company start paying dividend, then you can see other foreign large investor coming into it.
So for you, that stock is a short-term stock to keep. But let's talk about some of the other hot stocks that you recommend in the short term, in the nearer term. And of course, Olakanmi, I don't want to talk about the banking sector because that's a sector which we always seem to go to. I know that the pharmaceutical stocks is a sector that has been discussed a lot. It's been performing quite well. And I'd like to point out GlaxoSmithKline. We've seen that stock continuously gaining in the last 3 weeks. So what is your take on some of the sectors that we should be investing in the long term, in the near term?
Yeah, Glaxo has been one stock that has outperformed the index this year. Glaxo, as of about 3 months ago, it was trading around 20 naira, 18 naira, 19 naira. It's now trading at 30, over 30 naira, which is a return of over 50%. It's a good stock. It's a well diversified. It's a good stock. Their products are everywhere in the market. So you see, but my take on that stock as of now is that it has had a very big run. Where will it go? It's trading at all-time high. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think I've seen the price at this level in my life. So you expect that, I would say I expect it to slow down a bit until there is any catalyst to drive it again. But by and large, it's a good stock. Every year, this company has been paying good dividend. I mean, it has a dividend yield of about 5% every year. But at the current level,
well, Olakanmi, another stock, very quickly, another stock that I want to pinpoint to you and get your take on is flour mills. I mean, that's a stock where we've seen some good news, great news coming out from the company. There are a lot of acquisition plans. Certainly, their Q1 2013 results look great, but that stock remains flat. Is that one of the stocks you could possibly recommend in the near term?
Flour mill is a good stock. But why it remains flat is that people don't want to use one quarter to determine what happens to the stock. If you remember, the full year result for March 2012 was bad, basically because of high input costs and high OPEX, especially the interest expense was very high for the company. So that was why the stock came down from 60 to around 50 naira, where it's trading now. Yes, the first quarter result was very good, because it was able to control its input costs, the wheat costs, and everything was in line. But because of what happened in for full year 2012 has been an issue where people are wondering what we see now. Is he going to continue for the full? So
certainly the full year results, Olakanmi, is what investors seem to be worried about. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, Olakanmi, but I'm sure you continue to recommend those banking stocks. From talking to you, you seem to love those stocks. Thank you so much for joining us, Olakanmi. That was Olakanmi from the Nigeria Stock Exchange, giving us a take on ongoing market activity.